Happy New Year.
Oh, same to you, girl. It came too fast.
Girl, it sure did. But y'all look like y'all had fun.
Oh, we did. We definitely did. We had a good time. It was
Y'all
really
look so
nice.
cute.
It was, thank you. It was nice. It was a good time. That was our first time there at Buddy Guys for the new year. So that
Okay.
was nice. It
Okay.
was nice.
Who was the lineup?
It was the who?
The lineup.
It was, Khalees, his daughter, opened up
Okay.
for Mike Wheeler. That's his
Okay.
last name. Yeah, so Jay and them played for, they was really only supposed to play for like an hour and a half. They played for like 2.5 hours.
Shut up.
It was good though. It was a packed house. Like
Of
it was
course.
nice.
Of course.
Yeah, it was nice. It was real fun. We danced all night, literally.
That's good. What time y'all get home?
They started at 10:30, like almost 1.
Okay.
Yeah, like one little after 1.
Oh, okay. That's not too
Yeah,
bad.
like 1:30. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Mm-mm.
Okay. That's what's up. How the baby's doing?
Girl, we just had to lock them in the room. I'm like, don't let them come out while I'm on this. No, they doing good, getting big. They
Yeah.
doing good. They are doing good.
Okay, that's what's up. How is
Thank you. How you
work?
doing?
Girl, I am actually doing good. Things are progressing over here. I'm having to keep remind myself to, it's slowly, but it's progressing. Because things that I've been
Okay.
wanting to happen is slowly coming in line as I'm talking to different musicians around, back in the States, but then also here, mostly black musicians and artists, period, who are just in that space. They're like, no, we definitely on that gatekeeping stuff. So things have been doing good and things are slowly
Mm-hmm.
coming into space as I hoped. But it's certainly teaching me patience,
Okay.
girl.
Listen, entrepreneurship alone will teach you
Yeah.
patience.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I tell my team that all the time. I said, I've literally learned since having the salon and building a business that I don't even want to move in my timing anymore.
Yeah.
I prefer to allow God to just guide me and move in his timing and just be patient.
Yes.
And everything will fall into place.
Because it works out smoothly too. It works
And that's
out
it. So
smoothly.
yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep. So how is the business?
Honey. It it it's so when my mentees know I'm excited, I'll just shut down and don't have nothing to say because I'm speechless. Like
Yeah.
seriously, to know, and I'll be having a podcast soon, but to know that where I've started, for
Yeah.
Jay to witness it, the kids, for them to even get me started, to know where we really started and to see where I'm at now in
Yeah.
such a short amount of time is literally mind blowing.
Yeah.
It really is. And so the business is doing amazing. For me, it's not about the multitude of people.
Yeah.
It's the right people. And I teach my team that everything that we do is intentional.
Yes.
So whoever is meant for the program, who's ever meant to be in the business, in the environment, that's what it is. And I say it all the time. Everybody is not equipped, can build a business or is ready to build a business because
Yes.
it's not easy.
Mm-mm.
It's not easy. But it teaches you so many great aspects of life. It personally develop you,
Yeah.
and it's just so rewarding. And anytime you can help people change their lives and you can witness that,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just amazing. Girl, business is growing. And I'm almost like, okay, God, I know I asked for this, but no. It's going really good. I'm really grateful.
That is
I'm
good.
grateful.
That is- yeah, I've been watching your videos and keeping up with you the blues side or whatever, I wanted to specifically have talks with more women in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
as well as folks, the behind the scenes, the wives, the daughters, the sisters, and stuff like that, because too often their stories are not heard on what it takes
Mm-hmm.
to be in the scene and put up with the craziness in the scene. So that's why I wanted to sit
Mm-hmm.
down and have a chat with you, because
Mm-hmm.
you've been in the scene alongside your husband for how many years, ma'am?
Oh, girls, it's either going on or over 15 years.
Wow.
It's going on. Yeah, it's going on 15 years.
Okay.
Cause our oldest, our I mean our he's not the middle. Anthony is about to be 16. Yeah, for about that long. Yep.
Yeah. So you have been through it as long with him alongside the ups and downs and
Mhm.
all that stuff. So yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh, it's not you can't be weak. It's not meant for the weak.
No.
It's not.
Mm-mm. So 15 years in the game. You could also be considered an expert for the wives and start
Girl.
an association.
I could because the great thing about it is, like I was just talking about in business about personally developing. Who I am today is not who I was when I got with him, and when being open to this musician work, because I had never dated a musician,
Right,
so I didn't even know what to expect.
right.
Yeah, so that was a whole different world for me.
So how is this world dating a musician? Because I choose not to for a lot of different reasons. So how is dating a musician different than dating a regular Joe Schmo on the street somewhere?
To be honest, I was talking to Jay earlier, and I said, if sis asked me that question, I know that's a general question, but I don't have a general answer.
Mhm.
And the reason being is because every musician is not the same.
Right. Correct.
And every experience will be different. And so, speaking from my experience, based on a musician's character, his morals, his principles, his self-respect, dignity, and all of that, and his the respect for the craft and what he does. When that all aligns, it makes a difference in who the musician is. So, because I have one of the great ones,
Right.
I can say that being with JMO, besides it being rewarding, because I believe that that's a perk to being with him, but I would say it's a challenge. And the challenge is it's the support part, because when you don't necessarily know what you get into, and I'm grateful that we are both entrepreneurs. That's the plus side to that, because I don't work a 9 to 5, so it's not like I don't understand what he have going on, and I really can't support it.
Right.
But I would say that being with a musician, for one, it's about trust.
Hmm. Yeah. Definitely.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to trust, and that T word is something. It's something serious, because if you can trust who you're with, then everything else, like I said, will align, because it's the outside. If you can trust you with, it's outside people that can poke at temptation.
Yeah.
You think JMO don't have women wait for him at the stage, or women they never tried to talk to him,
Right.
or women they never? Oh yeah, absolutely. So when I didn't understand that at first, and knowing who I was really with, it was just like, oh, this what we doing?
Right.
Oh no. And so now, again, going back to God's timing. Now, when he tours, it's just more so, babe, I miss you, or no, I need you here with all these kids. Oh
Right.
my God, when you coming back? But trusting, JMO can go on tour. I don't have nothing to worry about. I'm a wife where I can be at home and take care of his children and hold the house down and things like that. Whereas when I have been with other people, that's a whole other world. I won't even compare it to it, because the ninjas ain't in the picture for a reason. So,
Right.
saying that to say that I believe that being with Jay, I'm truly grateful.
Mhm.
Like, I really have. God bless me with a good guy. Like, seriously. James loves me. He first loved himself. He loves me, and then he loves his children. So he do what he does. He's serious about his craft. He has great character. He's very trustworthy. He loves what he do. He do it for himself, giving his gift and honor back to God, loving me, and then loving his children to leave a legacy. So Day J is just a whole different ball game. But that support, it's like having blind faith. I'm gonna say that too, because people don't know, and I'm sharing it now. But when Jay first started playing the bass, girl, Jay played one tune, one tune for months. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, God, I need you to give him a nugget.
Right. I need you to speed this
And
up. I need you to speed this up.
and so I just believe like all of those aspects in growing and witnessing that, and then to see him, like even like going on a blues cruise with him, to see my husband on these big stages. I thought about that one tune. I said,
Yeah.
But again, it's patience, it's support. I've heard somebody say, listen, I can't be with nobody if they don't support me. And I stand on that. Because that support actually helps push that person, to their full potential. And so, I mean, I really have anything bad to say? The only thing I would say would be bad as far as being a wife. And I'm glad I'm able to say this now, because I've been wanting to say this for a long time. Only he know that I've been wanting to say this. I believe that in the music world, because we do talk about finances, I believe in the music world, musicians are truly underpaid. Like
Yeah.
that's just my belief, because I've been with him for so long. Sometimes I've had to, we've like, that's all you got paid.
Right.
You was there that long,
Yeah.
and that's all you got paid. Time is important. Like all of what you have to do, how far you have to drive. Gas is not cheap.
Yeah.
That's probably the only. That's probably the only issue that I've ever had, is I believe musicians are extremely underpaid.
Yes. Yeah. I can so get with that because sometimes like you said, you be on stage for 2 or 3 hours and they be like, oh, here's $50. You be like, wait a minute, what? What? $50. Girl, so
Definitely.
yes, I stand 100% on that. And trust me, I understand that you have to um put your weight in the game at the beginning and build your character and all that other stuff. But still,
Jesus.
girl, it's like you
Yeah.
said, it's walking on that blind faith. Like, Lord, is this gonna carry me through to the? I'm passionate about you. You gave me this talent. So
Mm-hmm.
where we going? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I have to say, like, I've never witnessed him prostitute his gift. So I've seen him sow into others or do different things, and he always say, babe, I'm not doing it for the money. And don't get me wrong, I understand that too,
Mhm.
because I operate in that same way. But then I'm looking at the people that you doing this for, and I'm like, really? Again, Jay is that person where he's
Yeah,
like, I'm not doing it for them.
yeah,
I'm not doing it for him. And so honestly, I've picked up more of that characteristic where it's not even about the person.
yeah.
It's about what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing, and I'm doing it for a greater cause. And I'm just sowing good seeds. So I just believe that he's done that so much. I'm actually grateful that he's where he is today, because girl, yeah, the pay was really the issue. The pay, and then the time that you have to come home. At one point it was to where on the weekend, and don't get me wrong, these are not complaints, these are
Oh,
just
I
like
get it.
underlying issues
Yeah,
that get swept under the rug, and it's like, well, that's just what it is.
right.
But it was like my husband, I would witness him get off at 4:30 in the morning, sis,
Hmm.
from a show
Yeah,
on a Sunday morning. He unplayed from Saturday night going into Sunday morning. Come home. He gets off at 4:30. Mind you, when he gets home, the birds are chirping and it's almost daylight. I would have to wake him up at around 9 o'clock after he kind of wind down. Because once you get home, it's like I'm still
yeah,
9 o'clock. Let's get ready and go to church. Now you got to go back and
Yeah.
Sunday night do that all over
Yeah.
again. And it so
Yep.
again, it's not complaints, but it has gotten to a certain point as a wife. Now we're going into health. I used to have to like kind of, hey Jay, babe, you got to get some sleep.
Right.
Babe, you got to do this. You got to do that because in the house I call him a vampire sometimes.
Yeah.
So that now that is a thing that I would say I probably would have the sleep deprivation.
Hmm.
But again,
Yeah.
the nightlife. So we operate on two different schedules. When I'm up in the morning, when I'm leaving out and going, and I'm coming in, he's going out.
Right.
So this is what we're passing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
but it works. I
It
mean, we
works.
make it work.
You
It
make it work.
works.
And I also love what you said because, like, in certain aspects, you saw him from the beginning to where he is now, and you picked up certain things that is
Mm-hmm.
your business and how
Mm-hmm.
you were talking to your team and sewing into people that you be like, God, I don't know if I should show it to this person, but it's like, it's not about that. It's
It's
long
not about
term.
yeah.
And you're
Mm-hmm.
also teaching that same compassion, empathy, and stuff to your children. And they are seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a beautiful thing. So not only are you just building a physical legacy of them with the namesake, but they're seeing how mom and dad are doing it for community. So that's a beautiful thing, I think.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you a story right quick that's going to blow your mind. I don't know if Jay has ever shared this, but it literally brought tears to my eyes because I'll never forget. We had, trying to think where we married. We were married. We were married and we lived out in Hickory Hills.
Okay.
Now, I don't
I
know if you're
know
probably
it.
familiar
Yes,
with Hickory.
yes, I
Okay,
am.
Hickory Hills is
Mhm.
it's a beautiful suburb, but it has
Yes,
a lot of hills.
yes.
This when I tell you our car had broke down. And this is why I'm like, people know Jay like outside, being a, but on the inside, like my husband, don't get me wrong, we not a perfect couple.
Right.
Everybody has their issues, but deep down inside, like that man is like pure gold because to see him do what he did and to watch him out of our apartment window at that time, all I could do was cry.
Mhm.
So our car had broke down, but Jay had a gig. We still needed the money because
Yeah.
we were in financial binds. So at that time, so at that time, Jay went and said, I still am going to go do this job. And I'm looking at him like,
Ah,
you're going to do what? Now, mind you, it's snowing, it's raining. We don't have a car. And Uber didn't exist.
yeah.
Sis, I watched James carry his whole drum set up a hill. He caught the bus. Now, what you got to know, we staying in Hickory Hill, so he had to go to the city. In suburbs like that, only the Pace bus run at a certain
Right.
time.
Exactly. Yes.
Now, I said, James, how are you going to get back home? He said, I'm going to try to catch the bus before it start running. I was praying like 40 going north, like, oh my God,
Oh
because once
my
the
God.
buses stop, that's it.
Right.
I watched that man holding at that time. It was only our oldest and the other younger one at that time in the house at that very moment. And I was just holding our baby boy Anthony and I'm just looking and I'm just crying. And I'm just like, he's really doing this.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying that to say, like, when
Wow.
he's been overlooked, when he's been whatever talked about, whatever the case is, this man loves what he does. And at that very point, whatever it was like, girl, he love you and these kids.
Yes.
Cause he is out here on the bus.
Yes.
The bass drum, the toms, the snare, the cymbal
Wow. Wow.
on the bus.
On the bus.
Climbing up a hill. Yeah,
Oh, that's dedication right there.
absolutely.
That's dedication.
Babe, listen, listen.
Man.
And I just so in that moment, I realized that James, he's not a person that really cares what you really think about him because he's true and he know who he is. And that day literally was like an epiphany. And I'm just like, really, God?
Right.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I don't know. A lot of people don't. I haven't shared that story much, but that was one incident that really that went through me for a loop.
Okay.
So grateful to God because He kept him. He made it back home. Did nobody rob him? He made it home safe and sound. So
That's
you
amazing.
know, we may look at things in the natural eye, but in the spiritual eye, he was covered, and I was grateful for that just alone.
Wow.
So, girl,
That's
yeah.
when you and him first dated and all that other stuff, and he was in the industry. Were you into the blues?
Okay, so I wasn't into it the way I am now, but I grew up around old school. Like I have a little old soul, so it wasn't foreign to me.
Okay.
It was different because it was a different experience,
Yeah.
and I wasn't used to live music in that aspect.
Okay.
Now I did come from church background where my grandmother and my mother them did quartet singing,
Okay.
but that was different. But what he opened me up to, I was like, oh, what's this? So yeah, it was different, but it wasn't like, I mean, I've even seen someone where they're like, I don't like this music, or I don't like blues. I can't get with this. No, I was actually intrigued because I was just like, what I was really intrigued by is he this young playing
Right.
with these people. That's how I looked at it. Like, okay, what's to this? So
Right.
no, I was actually amazed. I
Mhm.
was like, this is pretty cool. So
Okay.
yeah.
And
Hmm.
then you got to meet some amazing people within the network of the blues scene that are now like family. How was that experience?
You know what? Going back to what I told my team, I said in this new year, it's about divine connections and being intentional as well because I can just think back on several connections. It's so crazy. Because I've been with him, it's been several connections that has been made that poured into my business.
Yeah.
So one connection, um, I won't even name no names, but one connection was a young man that he's still friends with.
Okay.
He was married to a woman, and we were Air Buddy guys. And this was when I was in my. I'm gonna tell you now. When I first got out here with Jay, I was standoffish. I was like, I don't know these people. I ain't talking to these people like this.
Right.
I don't know what's to this, but he brought me out that shell, like, and I'm grateful for that too, because it takes people, community, and I'm all
Yes.
about community.
Yes.
So this young lady, I ended up talking to her. Fast forward, make a long story short, she ended up being my mentor, and I was like, okay, years going forward, I ended up doing season 2 for the Shy
Really?
Showtime. Yes,
Wow. Oh my
because
God.
of the connection. The
Yes.
connection. Now, from that connection, because what I did on that show, I ended up helping her prep hair for Chicago Med. So
Wow.
going forward, now that our daughter is at the school that she's at,
Mhm.
I'm actually friends, got a phone number, talk to her on a regular, just seen her this morning.
Right.
I'm actually like friends, and she's a mentor to one of the main actors on the show now.
Okay.
So
Wow.
all of that connecting,
Yes.
and then I talked to her about my mentee, who she was. She was like, "Oh yeah, she was the lead and hair makeup artist on the show." She was like, "That's your mentor." Connections.
Yes, ma'am.
So listen, I tell my mentees all the time. I say, y'all gonna get tired of me talking about my husband, but I have to give reverence where reverence is due. Like he has played a major role
Yes.
in my life and in my business.
Yeah.
Seriously. So those connections, again, you never know who you may meet. You
Yeah.
never know who you may talk to. You never know who you may be entertaining.
Yeah.
So just, getting out here, and he like, babe, you better talk to people.
Mhm.
I'm like, what? Girl, bad. You can't shut me up now. Like I'll talk to, how you doing? How was your day? Like,
Right.
so it just makes all the difference. I run a business now, so if you can't talk to people, don't expect your business to grow. And it's not about money, but it's people, like community. And so he really taught me that. He said, "Girl, you better network. You better
Hello,
network. You out, girl.
girl, and that
Networking
right
is
there,
powerful.
network is currency.
Powerful.
Network is currency, baby.
OPM.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Seriously.
absolutely.
And that's
Mhm.
and that's one thing I love specifically about the blues scene, but just period. Um it brings us back to what we've lost within the community because
Mm.
even though, everybody, feel a certain way about the blues and they're like, oh, that's old school or whatever. And that's the foundation of it all. When certain songs come on, our parents like, oh, that used to be my jam. You be like, Grandma, sit down. Grandma, sit down. But that was the foundation,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
on the church scene. A lot of them will be in the juke joints and the clubs that night, and then Sunday morning will be up singing.
yes.
So that's the
Girl, praise and
foundation.
worship in the choir.
Right.
Yes, yes.
So I love the fact that in meeting him and then being connected to other folks within the community, it has brought me back into an understanding of what we have been missing within our community. And I feel that
Mm-hmm.
we're at a moment in time now that we as the young folks, we're now the uncles and aunties in the community, but we're
Mm-hmm.
we're establishing that for the young folks because it has been lost so
Mm-hmm.
much. So I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where I started listening. If you go back to my videos, when we looking for the music to attach old school, I'm looking
Yes.
for old school jams. I love old school. That's
Yes.
where it started. And I'm so grateful just to tell you this. Girl, we was riding the car one day, actually, me and the 15-year-old to go pick up Jay. He said, Mama, can I get the radio for me? And I said, go ahead, girl. You wanna know what he turned on?
What?
Marvin Gaye. I looked. I
Boy,
said, "What do
what you
you
know
know about
about
Marvin Gaye?" He's talking about, Mama, I know this whole record. I know, girl, and was
what?
singing the song. Sis, I said,
Uh,
I'm grateful for that. Like a 15-year-old in
yes,
this day and time listening to
yes,
Marvin Gaye.
yes.
So I was like, oh, and our 20-year-old girl, blues all the time. He'll pick up Jay tries. He said, I don't know why you won't play bass. He knows how to play the bass. We could
Really?
walk in the house and we'll stop at the door. I say, you hear him playing? Mm, he knows how to play. He knows how to play. And all he plays is blues or
Shut
gospel
up.
songs.
Shut up. What?
Yes. Yes. But that's where it all started.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the foundation of it.
that's the foundation.
So yeah, that's the foundation, and
Yeah.
it's so meaningful. That's the thing. I mean, the music today, we know what some of the meaning is, but like blues and things like that, soulful. It's meaning, and
Yeah.
if it's not meaningful in a positive way, I'm not listening to it.
Not at all. Because it will
Yeah,
certainly change your
yeah,
vibe and how you connect and interact with
absolutely,
people. So yeah, I'm certain.
absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
So, in addition to being the wife of a blues musician and all of that, what would you say? Because I know you've been with the highs and lows of it all. What has been, just give me one of your moments seeing him on stage. You'd be like, man, that's my man.
Oh, I got two. I got
Okay, give me two.
two.
Give me two.
I
Give
got
me two.
two.
Give me
The
two.
first one was when he did Blues Fest,
Okay.
and it was over 10,000 people in Millennium Park.
Wow.
I couldn't believe,
What
and
year was this?
so
What year was this? It was because I know he did 2025, but then they got rained on.
no, this was the real big one. They was on
Okay.
the real big stage.
Okay.
Was this 2014 20? Girl, I would have to look at my video. I can't say 2017 because, or was it? I'm trying to think about how big the kids were, but Oh gosh, it was before 2020. I want to say it was probably 2017.
Okay.
It probably was 20. I think it was 2017. And the experience was when you're getting ready to perform on a stage that big, you have to go through security check. Your
Hmm.
name has to be on the list. Like, so me and the kids, our name had we had to go through security. We get back there, we go to a green room, and he's about to get on this massive stage.
Yeah.
And as a wife, so I had been to some of the rehearsals, but I didn't know the entire show and all of the dynamics because even being at rehearsal, I wasn't listening to everything, you know.
Right.
But when he performed, it was it was like, girl, I can't. The feeling was just like, for one, my husband's about to perform in front of all of these people.
Right.
The next thing is he really carried the show.
Mhm.
Like that setup. I actually have the video.
Okay.
That setup show because he carried all of the transitions for every song. Girl, I was praying, prayed with him, prayed for him, babe. And when
Yeah.
I say to see my husband get up there and kill that show like that, girl, and to see his face on that real big,
Big
the big
screen.
monitors when they would show the drummer and what he was doing, girl, I was just like, girl, the kids, we were so excited just to see him in that moment was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wow moment. Even to this day, the people that he played with, they still pull that video from time to time because I get the notifications on Facebook. The
Okay.
video was still circling social media. And even though back then the signals wasn't that good, well, that was few years back, but what was it, going live and all of that, it wasn't that clear. And then we were downtown,
Right.
but just to see him sit on that stage was like, this is huge.
Wow.
That and then, oh, they put on a great show. He didn't miss not one beat. He
Wow.
didn't miss not one beat. And I'm not saying it because I'm his wife.
No, I
He didn't
seen him.
miss
Yeah, I
one
seen
beat.
him. Yes.
He didn't miss one beat. And when he got off stage, it was like, babe, you killed that.
Yes.
So, and these, think about, these are songs that people know.
Hmm.
These were cover songs that people knew that they were transitioning into. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So
Yes.
that was the first time. The second time, I have to say, because as we were on this ship, this cruise,
Hmm.
I said nobody can ever convince me that God isn't real, because to be on that water,
Right.
to look out and see the beauty of the creation and the ocean, I'm just like, this is very surreal. And to get the treatment that we got, so to go on that cruise, to fly out to Florida, put them in a beautiful hotel, next morning wake up, go get on the cruise ship board and everything, and to see him on these multiple stages where people are treating them like they are celebrities, like, oh my God.
Right.
I'm like, we're really here. We're really traveling to the British Virgin Islands. That so being on the cruise, which is crazy because the next one is about to come up.
Right.
So yeah, that was a moment too, because it was beautiful. I always tell people, I hate to say it, but I believe that I feel like our people here, a vast majority, doesn't value the craft. And
Yes.
most times I'm talking about us.
Yes.
Us
Hmm.
don't value the craft, where you have to go somewhere else and they treat you
To be
like, oh my
appreciated. Yes.
God, they appreciate it.
Hmm.
So those are the two moments. There's other moments, but those are the two biggest moments. And one was drums and one was bass.
Okay. Oh,
So
that's what's up.
right. Yeah,
Oh
he
my
did
God.
bass on the cruise. Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
wow. That's an amazing being able to be out like in the audience and have your own, perspective of it, but then also looking at the crowd to seeing how they're perceiving it and stuff.
Yes.
You get to,
Yes.
and then seeing it from the beginning when he was at home practicing and like messing up and hitting all the wrong notes, but then to get on stage and he perfected it. So yeah,
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
yes,
Yes. It's amazing.
yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
I want to particularly show that we are young folks doing the blues and the
Hmm.
importance of it, why it's needed, and especially where we are now with arts and culture and the need for us to preserve the sound. Um,
Hmm.
and so I want to certainly my hats off to you as a wife because I know the
Thank you.
it that goes into being in the industry and you having to sometimes bite your tongue on certain things. You be like, you're not getting paid
Hmm.
enough or
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
stuff that happens, but
Yeah.
you're just as much as part of that world, the industry, enough as him being directly in it. So you being a mother,
Yeah.
business owner, all that other stuff, you a badass woman. You was a badass.
Girl. And this tour, the time difference. So just understanding that he would have to try to catch me while it's in the middle of the night here, but it's early morning for him.
Yep.
And because I want to talk to him, I'm waking up at 3 and 4 in the morning where I got to turn back right around and get up and go take our baby girl to school
Yes.
and go to work and then go get her, then come back to work because I'm the only one that's going. I say, when y'all releasing my husband? So, and even in those times, I can't speak for every wife,
Right.
but I just believe in those times, those are just reminders to say, listen, two is better than one.
Yes, indeed.
And I know you appreciate him. All my clients know my husband gone because they be like, Dee Dee, you okay? Girl, no. I'm not okay. Pray for me. But no, I pray for him and safe travels and the crazy world we live in and things like that. But this time around, this last tour, I knew he was with great people. He had a great time. He got to be with you. So
Yes.
I was just, I get excited when I witness my husband experience things
Yes.
that I know he's been counted out on or he thought it was his time and in
Yeah.
God's time. And I even told him with this tour, I say, yeah, you thought and there was an opportunity, but you were counted out.
Mhm.
But you went at the perfect time because this was your time. This time was specifically tailored for you to go. And look who you went with.
Right.
Excited when he gets to experience what I believe he's earned.
Yeah.
Like he earned it. So
Yeah.
it's so rewarding. It really is.
All right, lady, go and enjoy.
All right.
Eat and
Yes,
I'll talk
girl.
to
I'm
you
about to
later.
go ahead and cook this man and these kids some dinner.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Tell my bro I said what's up.
I sure will. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. It was
Yeah.
such a pleasure and a privilege.
Yes,
Yes.
man. We gonna do it again.
Oh, absolutely. I look forward to it.
All right, girl. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye
Bye.
bye.
I bet my last smile on the man who turns